Welcome to the weekly Mesonet Weather Report. Last week's widespread rainfall was just what we needed to make a dent in the drought situation. Several waves moved through the state, dropping rain at all but one Mesonet site at Miami. The heaviest rainfall recorded on this 7-day rainfall map from Wednesday was the 6.16 inches at Granfield. But this was closely followed by the near 5 inches at Walters, Waurika, and Mount Herman. Even the drought-stricken Panhandle received around an inch. The result of this rain was a nice change in this 7-day fractional water index map. The green areas showed where enough moisture was received to penetrate down to this 10-inch depth. In the northeast, the soils actually lost moisture over the week, hence the brown colors. But most of the western half of the state saw improvement. Fractional water index is a great way to look at rainfall penetration into the soil. It is only a measure of wetness at the sensor location. Looking at Washington, this graph shows that the 1.16 inches received on the 19th penetrated to the 5 centimeter or 2 inch depth, the red line. But at the 25 centimeter or 10 inch depth, the yellow line, it took another 1.47 inch rain on the 21st to make it to that depth. Now here's Gary discussing the longer term rainfall picture.
Thanks, Wes, and good morning, everyone. Now, Wes gave us a good recap of the past week's rainfall event, but how did it impact the drought? Let's take a look at the latest U.S. Drought Monitor report and see where we stand. Unfortunately, we still see the same basic pattern, just a little bit of lessening around the edges of that drought. So we still see the extreme drought across Dewey, Blaine, and Kingfisher counties, and then the severe drought surrounding that area, surrounded by another area of moderate drought, and then of course the abnormally dry conditions, which extend to the north and to the southeast of that area. But then we see an increase in those abnormally dry conditions in the far northeastern part of the state, which was an area that missed out on the good rains altogether, as we saw in Wes's rainfall maps. We can see from the last 60-day rainfall map from the Oklahoma Mesonet, really 3 to 4 inches out a good part of the northwestern quarter of the state. Some a little bit more, some a little bit less. When you get into the Panhandle, it gets even worse, unfortunately, from 2 to 3 inches, and then of course some areas even less than that. So we still remain with good rainfall amounts across much of south central over into eastern Oklahoma. But when we go to the departure from normal rainfall map, we can really see where those deficits start to stand out. So it's nearly 7 inches below normal as we get over into the northeastern parts of central Oklahoma, and then a large area from 3 to 5 inches below normal. And then we see up into the far northeastern parts of the state. We do see some deficits there as well. And then over in east central Oklahoma, over around Dare County, and those areas from 1 to 3 inches below normal. So a little bit of spreading of those dry conditions that we saw on the Drought Monitor map. So the past week's rainfall event was a good first start, but we need some compounding enforcement rainfall to really start to knock that drought down and get us back to a more normal summertime condition. That's it for this time. We'll see you next time on the Mesonet Weather Report.